Hey, welcome back to Snapbolt Games. My name is Max, and I'm here with another Pauper League, and this is a sweet one. We're going to be testing out Serpentine Curve today. So the deck is entirely based around this card. Got a couple new cards from Strixhaven. I've been testing a bunch of different cards from Strixhaven. Go check out my channel. It's youtube.com/snapbolt. There's a link in the description below to subscribe, and then there's a link below that to go check out the channel. I'd appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. Helps me out. Throw a like on this video. But yeah, go check it out if you want to see all these new Strixhaven brews. And there's some good ones. I've been doing well recently, so check it out. Thanks so much for that. Excuse me. Got like a chip in my throat. Oh, God. Okay, so this is a Serpentine Curve deck. I'm also trying out the new card Teach by Example. Um, and what is this deck? So 0 creatures, 39 others, 21 lands. So every single non-land card in our deck is an instant or sorcery. And then we're playing 4 pieces by the pieces of the puzzle. This is 3 mana sorcery, reveal the top 5, put up to 2 instant and or sorcery cards from among them into your hand, and the rest into your graveyard. Rest into your graveyard, not on the bottom, which is actually better for us. So what we do basically is we just play a blue red control game using counterspell, frantic inventory, cantrips, bolt, scred, pretty standard. And then we also have teach by example, which we can use to copy anything we want, pieces of the puzzle, frantic inventory, removal spells, even cantrips. And then after we just draw cards with this and this, control the game. This is also milling a bunch of instant and sorceries that we don't take into our yard because it's reveal top 5, take 2. So if there's like 4 spells, 1 land, then you mill 2 spells, take 2 spells, and mill a land. And then you just cast a Serpentine Curve and you just make a XX, where X is 1 plus the total number of instant and sorcery cards you own in exile and in your graveyard. So basically you just you just control the game, put a big chunk of your deck into your graveyard, and then make a huge Serpentine Curve token. We might want some number of like ways to give it haste to kind of combo, but another thing we can do to play around like removal heavy decks that I'm going to try to do is you just go teach by example into Serpentine Curve. So like on 6 mana, you might have to just tap out and you just go like teach by example, make 2 massive tokens. And yeah, the black decks are going to be good against us, that's for sure. But we just have to try to outdraw them in those instances and just protect our stuff. But using Teach by example, we can actually make a lot of tokens. There's also one Goblin Wizardry to just have another way to win the game with tokens. But basically, we're just a Serpentine Curve deck. Piece of the puzzle is really nice. I think this deck's going to be fun. We have 21 lands, playing 1 bounce land just to get more mana. I can't really play more because of Scred. So you don't want to like have a double bounce line hand. So I'm just playing 1. I think it's going to be fine. And then, yeah, just trying to make some huge snakes here, some huge snakes. Sideboard, pretty standard. Hydroblast, Pyroblast, double shenanigans, double cannonade. I also didn't mention that we just get to play 2 cannonade main because we don't have any small creatures. Echoing Truth, and then 2 artifacts. But I wanted to keep the sideboard mostly instants and sorceries to keep pieces of the puzzle really, like, to maximize it, basically. And that's the deck. Let's just go round 1. Let's try it out. All right, welcome to round 1 with this blue-red Serpentine Curve Teach by Example deck. We're against AI. Should I play first? Yes, I would. 0 land. Easy mull. Let's go. Yeah, this hand's fine. I'm also playing 2 Ponder, 2 Brainstorm, 4 Preordain, which I think is a fine split. We could play like 1 more cantrip or something, but I'm not right now. I guess I could just lose a Teach by example. Those are better later. Like mostly we want to be copying Serpentine Curve with those in the late game. And sometimes we can counter like frantic inventories or removal spells, stuff like that. But mostly we want to be countering or copying our other stuff. It does seem pretty sick, like in the late game, to just like one thing that's nice about Teach by example is against other blue decks, you just go like 6 man out, you go Teach by example, they have to counter it, and then you can just not cast Serpentine Curve, because if they don't counter that, then you just double copy your Serpentine Curve. then they have to counter one of those. So pretty nice. So we just want more lands. Yeah, this will work. Can just leave up counterspell / frantic inventory next turn. Oh, it feels so good to be playing a blue deck again. I've been playing some other decks, but blue is nice. Oh, is this burn? Might be burn on a multi 5. Okay. Gonna counterspell most 2-drops. Not gonna counter a Thermo Alchemist because I can just scred that. A Curse of the Pierced Heart, I'll definitely counter. If it's just a random burn spell, I might even consider just countering it because then I just get to fire off pieces of the puzzle. And it's against burn, we don't even need to make that big of a serpentine. We don't need to make that big of a curve. Just bolt me. Thermal Alchemist. Okay, again, that one resolves because then I just go end of turn, inventory, then untap mountain, scred this, leave up counter again. And then we're kind of just back where we started, but we're just advancing our board state by playing lands and dumping spells into our graveyard. Double pieces. Sweet. Triple pieces. Okay, I'm going to need some more lands at some point. I just want to counter anything because I'm probably just going to be tapping out for these pieces of the puzzle here. So I just want them to play like a juicy spell for me to counter at this point. If they play another Thermo, I mean, I could consider not countering it because I can find a removal spell with pieces, but okay, it looks like I'm not going to be so lucky. I mean, I can just still cast pieces of the puzzle here. Like, why don't I cast Brainstorm? Because if I find a land, yeah, this is good. Now I could put 2 pieces back and then cast pieces and then take either both pieces or pieces plus another spell. I think I like that. So I get to kind of brainstorm shuffle effectively here. I'd like to take one of these pieces plus another action spell, like another removal spell. I'm still at 20, so I'm pretty safe. I guess I just take pieces plus preordain and I get to bin 3 spells. I could take pieces plus bolt. Maybe that's safer, but yeah, I guess that's safer. Because I can just use pieces to... I could have even taken preordained bolt there, but I like this. So any Serpentine curve I draw, I'm already making an 8/8. That's pretty good. 4 mana, 8/8 against burn. So they're going to bolt me and then untap Rift Bolt me. I go to 14. But I have triple counter as well. So I should be fairly safe, especially if I draw another island. Or mountain. Or even Ashburn. So most lands, then I'll be able to pieces with counter up. Just having all these counter spells, I again, feel pretty safe. Skewer me down to 11. Thermal Alchemist. Oh, Curse. All right, that's bad. It's definitely bad. I need to find a Serpentine curve pretty soon here. Let's just yield to this for now. I can always take it off later. Okay, nice. I think I just play an 8/8 right now and then untap and just start leaving up counterspell. Alternatively, I can pieces one more time and then I probably get to make a 10/10 next turn, which is the same, right? But then the thing is, next turn I don't get to leave counterspell up. If I just Serpentine curve now, it's still the same clock. So let's just do it. Oh wait, does this make a 9/9 or an 8/8? I think it makes an 8/8 because this isn't in the graveyard yet. Or actually, I think it is. When it resolves, It's like a Goyf. So I think it's going to be a 9/9, and then I have a 2-turn clock with Bolt. So we'll see. It is a 9/9, so it does count itself. Okay, that's huge. Nice. So now I have a 2-turn clock because I have a lightning bolt. So that was definitely correct to play it. So I'm glad I did. But I think I'm pretty safe, honestly, especially if I draw Island, because triple counterspell in hand. Like if they just go bolt me, I go to 4 and then 3, but then I just have multiple counterspells for every other spell they play. So I feel like I should be able to win this game. They also mulligan to 5 here, but I get to bring in just triple Hydroblast and maybe Echoing Truth, and I think that's it. But I guess my game plan again is just making a massive fractal, bolt me, and then pass, put me to 6. So I guess if they have, no, even if they have bolt plus Fire Blast, I don't die to that. Yeah, I think I'm safe because again, I can bolt them and then I kill them with my fractal next turn. And I have triple counterspell here. So I can counter one of the next 2 spells to not die. And then I guess again, if they went bolt me end of turn and I counter it and then they Fire Blast me, oh yeah, then I don't die. So yeah, I think I'm safe. Nice. They probably just had some lands or something. All right. Cannonade is bad. Teach by example into Serpentine Curve, if we can ever get there, is good. Teach by example is also not that good here because it's just a little bit slow. But making 2 Serpentine Curves is good, but I just don't think I can get up to that much mana. Can just do this. Swirling Sandstorm does kill stuff, but I shouldn't have a problem killing like Thermal Alchemists really. Relic just cycles. It's worse than Teach by Example, I think. I mean, I can just also Teach by Example Bolt and hit them for 6. Can also, if there's like any type of like, if I don't even know. I think 2 is fine because if I do get up to 6 mana just controlling the game, and then I'm able to just go Teach by Example, make 2 10/10s, that's going to be pretty good. Let's just do this. Hydroblast is decent, especially with Teach by Example too, but yeah, I like this. Triple Hydroblast is pretty massive in the matchup. I think it comes down to a lot of times also, if they draw a lot of creatures, it favors me because I can bolt the creatures like Thermal Alchemist and they don't get value out of that. But if they just draw a million spells, and especially if I don't draw a counter spell, then it gets a lot worse for me. All right, we'll have to mulligan this. 1 land, not going to work. They mulligan as well. This one I'll keep. I just need to draw lands with this hand. What am I putting back? I don't want to keep Echoing Truth, but maybe I'm supposed to put that back. Pieces is going to be nice if I draw any land. I want to keep Serpentine Curve for sure. I also think I want to keep Bolt. Because am I Ash Baronsing for Mountain here? Let's just put this back. This doesn't actually kill anything, so just put back the Echoing Truth. I just brought it in just because it can buy time, especially against curses or multiple Thermal Alchemists. Rift Bolt, okay. Hydroblast. Counterspell. Okay, now I'm probably just going to cycle Ash Barons for Island. We'll see what they do. If they play something I need to kill, then yeah, I'll probably get my Mountain because I have a lot higher chance of just naturally drawing a island. So I just need to draw a land. I have 18 lands left in my deck right now. I'll have 17 after I cycle this. Yeah, if they just go with Thermal Alchemist here, I have to get red. Curse. Okay. I think I do need to get blue. Because I need to, now I can just counterspell what they do. I'll just have to find another red source at some point. Pieces of the puzzle a little bit awkward in this matchup too, not being able to leave up counter. Okay, well, we just naturally draw island, of course. Especially with 2 counter spells, I think I want to counter any spell that deals like at least 3 damage, or any creature here. They're just not going to play anything. It makes sense. Luckily, I'm at least going to hit another land drop. I just want to keep drawing lands. I don't think I can just tap out for pieces of the puzzle yet, especially now that I drew another land. I mean, I could go pieces of the puzzle here and then go Serpentine Curve, but I could just die as well. They didn't play a land, so they have a lot of spells. Just going to counter this. Oh, Needle Drop. I think I'm still going to counter it. I don't want them to draw a card, and if they have a land or 2 in hand, they're really far from killing me. I'll definitely consider just playing pieces of the puzzle next turn, just trying to fill up my graveyard with spells, and then just play another big snake. So this is a blue-green fractal. Okay. Sweet. Don't love the art on this, honestly. Just tap out for Skewer. Okay, that's fine. I go to 11. Where are my Hydroblasts? I can find one off pieces, kill this. Okay, there's Hydroblast. Nice. So I'm definitely just going to go tap out for pieces now because I still have Hydroblast up. I can kill this end of turn, or I can counter something. Definitely bidding a Frantic Inventory here. I think I'm taking Counterspell and pieces of the puzzle. I could also just take Counterspell, mill more cards, but I think I like this because I can use pieces to find more Hydroblasts. This is feeling decent. I have 4 instant and sorceries. I need to bin more spells to make a good snake here. But they only have 2 cards left, and I have a bunch of counters now, so feeling fine. I do kind of need to Hydroblast that curse. Keldon Marauders. I think I need to counter that. Because this is going to deal me 5 damage. And I don't have red mana for Bolt yet. And then even if I did, it would still deal me 2. I know this is going to keep dealing me damage, but I think I just needed to counter that. Just straight up. I think I'm just playing another pieces here, try to find Hydroblast. And then next turn I can just tap out for Serpentine Curve. That's kind of the combo. Piece of the puzzle plus Serpentine Curve. Another way we could have built this deck would have been just playing like Mental Note and Thought Scour. Ooh, I like just draw 2 because I want to draw lands and still puts at least 1 spell in the yard. Nice. Okay, that is money. Found land plus Hydroblast. So now I can counter any spell and I can end of their turn Hydroblast the curse. So feeling great here. 8 cards in yard, 2 of them are lands. So 6 right now, so it's a 7/7. But I can, again, end of turn Hydroblast. Maybe I just wait and just till I can Serpentine Curve with Counterspell up. Because I can even just pieces the puzzle here, then make a bigger Serpentine Curve later. I like it. I'm pretty safe at this point. Counterspell Preordain. I could also just take Bolt. Just kill them faster. They have 3 cards in hand. I have 1 counterspell up. This could have been greedy, but honestly, I think it's good. Getting to the point where I can play a Serpentine Curve with multiple counterspells up soon. So I have 4, 5, 6, 7 mana next turn. If they fire off a Bolt end of turn, I'm snapping off a counterspell. Nope. So at this point, our snake is just keyword large. Doesn't even matter. It's just big. Another pieces of the puzzle. Okay, I actually do need to think about this. So let's pop out this graveyard here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 non-spells. So I have 9 spells in yard. So right now Serpentine Curve is a 10/10. And then I have 2 bolts. I have 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So what if I go... I mean, I can just pass with all these counters up. If I go pieces of the puzzle, though, I still get to have double counterspell up here. Which, I mean, I think I kind of like. But if I go Serpentine Curve, it's a 2-turn clock. Again, so pieces. Yeah, because I can go pieces of the puzzle, leave up double counterspell. And then if I draw a land or a Hydroblast, I can go Serpentine Curve with double counter up next turn. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 9. So again, Serpentine Curve's a 10/10. With 1 counterspell up, can I lose? I guess I can just go bolt them and then Serpentine Curve. Bolt them down to 17, and then I Serpentine Curve, make an 11/11. Then attack, they go to 6. I can't kill them on the next turn. Just gonna do pieces. I'm not really sure. This honestly feels a little bit safer to me. So yeah, I'm not 100% here. Another pieces and another Serpentine Curve. And a Ponder and a Brainstorm. I could just take pieces plus Brainstorm. I don't think I need another Serpentine Curve. I don't think that does anything. Let's just take Ponder, Brainstorm. And then guess I just discard a card here. I'll just discard a Ponder. Could discard a Lightning Bolt as well. I don't even know if I'm going... I guess I will go for end of turn Brainstorm. They have to have like all burn spells basically here. Alright, well I'm still going to counter this because I have double counter here. So I don't want to take 2 off this. I don't have red mana up. They have 3 cards in hand. I'm not going to go for a Brainstorm here. Another Serpentine Curve. All right, let's just... play a curve. Now I can kill them in like basically now I can kill them next turn. So it's the same clock and I got to leave up more counters. So I like the line I took. Just make a 15/15 here. And I think we should have this. I mean, they have to have triple burn spell, force me to counter something, and then have another thing that matters. Any creature I can just bolt. Then I guess I won't have lethal, but yeah, even first day of class could be decent in this deck to combo with Serpentine Curve in some matchups, because you could go like first day of class, make a 20/20, attack that turn. But I also like just protecting it with counter spells. Pieces of the puzzle seem sick in this deck, just like card advantage, binning a bunch of spells all in one. Lava Spike, me. I guess I'm letting it resolve. Skewer me down to 4. I just want to counter anything that deals 4 damage. Yeah, they could have double Fire Blast, but then, I mean, if I countered one of these and they had double Fire Blast, I still lose because that's 8 more damage. But now I think I can't even end of turn bolt here without leaving up counter. Oh, actually, I can, because I can just bolt end of turn and then they have to spend mana right now. So I'm actually fine. Yeah. bolt you, and then attack with my 15/15 and then bolt you. Again, I know they can fire blast, but yeah, see, I have mana floating. They could have another 4 damage burn spell, like another fire blast, but again, I couldn't beat that. I needed to counter the four damage spell. Nice. GG. That was the first 2 games and first match I've ever played with the deck. I hadn't played any practice games. Just haven't had time, so let's go round 2. Undefeated with Serpentine Curve. This deck is unstoppable. 100% win rate. Haven't dropped a game. Oh, we're against Sweet again. Nice. It's mulligan this hand. All right, I'll keep this. I'll just put back one of these Ash Barons, I suppose. I played them in the last league I played when I was playing The Rock, and they were on Blue Black Delver. So this should be an interesting matchup if they're on that again. They're on 6. See if they keep 6. They do. We'll just go turn 1 Fjord, turn 2 Fjord, plus most likely cycle Ash Barons, maybe fire off a bolt on a Delver. We have a Teach by Example, plus a friend. Oh, they're on Tron now. Okay, Tron is interesting. People just playing a bunch of different decks, huh? Tron should be pretty rough for us, honestly. We have a lot of card advantage, though, so that's good. Island. Boiler Works. Okay, I can't play that this turn, but maybe next turn. If they tap out for a Bonder's Ornament or something, I'm going to snap off a counter spell. I will just inventory here. I almost clicked Teach by Example. I got to be careful to not do that. Let's just Boiler Works here. Now if I draw another Frantic Inventory, I definitely will go Teach by Example into inventory. Also could just have 1 or 2 Behold the Multiverse in this deck as well. Honestly, it's not that bad. Prism? I could just counter this. I think I like just letting it resolve, though. Just need to draw cantrips, card advantage. You know the deal. It's interesting if there is like a reasonable stack fight to go Teach by Example, copy your counterspell, and choose new targets for that counterspell. So it can act as like a counterspell in a big counter war. All right, let's then just keep getting islands here. They don't have Tron. They're not doing that much. Okay, Pieces of the Puzzle is great. Let's fire that off. I could have gone Teach by Example into Pieces of the Puzzle here, but I want to still have a bunch of counters up. Okay. Yeah, maybe I should have gone Teach by Example plus pieces there, but then I'm pretty scared of what they can do. So I'd rather not. Do I fire off an inventory for 2? Impulse? Impulse can resolve, that's fine. The problem is they often survive with fogs. So even if I make like a thing that can kill them in 1 hit, they can just fog it potentially. I wonder if I go for this or if I wait to draw more cards. I think I'm just going to wait and then Teach by Example double Frantic Inventory next turn. Seems good to me. It's just preordain. Another Frantic Inventory. Top here for sure. Top. Land. All right, now I'm just going to go off here. I'm going to go end of turn, Frantic Inventory, and then Teach by Example Frantic Inventory and just draw like a million. Should I counter this? I think no. Maybe I'm supposed to. just let it resolve. I think they're going to be kind of scared to go for anything, and then I get to draw a bunch of cards. I can also draw into the counterspell that I know is on top of my deck. Pop quiz. Oh, they're playing some lessons? They're learning. They didn't have enough mana to pop quiz end of turn though. So that is fine. Okay. We're gonna just end of turn. So I'll tap this. Frantic inventory. Now do I just go for teach by example, frantic inventory, draw 6? I'm gonna have to discard some cards. I could just go for frantic inventory, no teach by example, and save this for serpentine curves. Alright, I'm gonna do that. I can also just bolt them here. And then cycle Ash Barrens. They can flashback a teachings or something. It's fine. Discard some cards. Crop rotate. Yeah. I mean that's bad for me for sure, but I think it's I mean they have a ton of mana now. They don't have that many colored sources though. Okay, that was the end of their turn. Okay. I mean, I can resolve multiple serpentine curves with multiple counterspells up, right? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. So I can either just play one serpentine curve with double counter, or I can go teach by example, double serpentine curve with one counter. I mean, most of their stuff doesn't kill it. I feel like playing 2 is better. I'm gonna just teach by example into curve. Okay. Make 2 9/9s pass. I have counterspell up, and then next turn I'll have double counterspell up. They can flashback teachings here, which I think I counterspell. They say great. That's pretty funny. I don't know what to say to great. Pop quiz. Pop quiz can resolve. That's fine. They get environmental sciences. Okay. Oh, they want to go to 19 to not die. Because they want to gain 2. Because I can always just like play multiple counterspells on their fogs. This is pretty sweet. This deck is fun. This deck is sweet. Environmental sciences. I mean, it'd be so funny to counter this. But I really don't want to. They can just get island, sure. To get another blue source. So maybe it was worth countering that. Because then I also still present lethal. But they don't know if I have another lightning bolt, so. I didn't really do the math on these fractals either, but I think I want to just try to counter spells that actually interact with me. This is a mnemonic wall. I might have to go for counterspell. Mole Drifter, Hardcast. I can just spread it. Again, this isn't something that actually interacts with me. Okay, I'm just gonna let it happen. I don't care about draw 2, and I don't care about Mole Drifter either. Bonder's Ornament. Yeah, that's fine too. I know that's another colored source, but if they tap too low, they could certainly die. Mnemonic Wall. Okay, that I'll try to counter. That I don't like. I like the art on this counterspell too. Pretty sick. Now I can scred this bolt. Another serpentine curve. That's funny. Okay, let's go mountain, scred this. Then serpentine curve. We'll attack with both. And then serpentine curve have double counter up. I guess I could have gone cannonade as well. But I couldn't go cannonade and serpentine curve and have double counter, right? This deck is hilarious. Just all spells and then just makes fatties. Just try to win with them. They can just like play a bunch of fogs here though. They have 7 cards in hand. They're at 1. They also have a teachings in the yard still. Flashback teachings. I think I just counter this. I guess I can let them get a moment's peace. But I think I just try to fight over this because moment's peace also has flashback. So I think I'd rather just try to counter this. Another teachings. So 4, 5, 6 mana. Just gonna counter this too. They don't actually, if they don't actually have fog in hand, moment's peace, then I kill them here because they only have 6 more mana, so they can flashback teachings, but then they have to tap out for that. Three mana. Yeah, they have 6 mana total. I think they have to have. I think they might be trying to moment's peace right now. Ghostly Flicker to draw a card for 0 mana essentially. So they're looking for a moment's peace. They don't have it yet, I assume. Can my fractals get there? Got there. Nice. Let's get these Pyroblasts in. Let's get Bonders in. Shenanigans in. It's a lot of cards coming in. Cannonades can come out. Screds can kill the Mnemonic Wall, but I mostly need to counter that anyway. Oh, Relic for sure coming in. I don't need that many bolts and stuff. I just mostly want to counter Mole Drifters. I think these Teach by Examples are actually fine. This deck is actually performing better than I expected. I think I should have. I should also bring in some number of Hydroblasts for their Pyroblasts. Maybe just 2 is correct. I want some bolts. I could take out a couple cantrips. Like I could take out these Ponders. Just because I want more I want less fluff in my deck and more action spells, like things that interact like these. I could also cut like Brainstorm over Ponder, but I think Brainstorm's actually better to have in the deck. This matchup's pretty slow. This looks good. Double Shenanigans. I can just like keep them off Bonder's ornaments. I have quad Pyroblast. Just brought in only just 2 Hydroblasts, but I think it's okay. Yeah, I'll keep this hand. Pieces of the puzzle is strong. They snap kept 6 there. Do I just play turn 1 Relic to resolve it? I don't hate it. And then next turn start land cycling. Yeah, getting this down seems good to me. Prism. Okay. I guess they just had a keepable 6, so they just snapped it off. Hydroblast. Alright, let's just basic land cycle for Island. Play Island. Oops, I almost just passed my turn without playing Island. That would have sucked. Okay, there's a mine. There's a Bonders. Okay. Nothing I can do about that yet. But I'll cycle, get Mountain now. I have 2 Shenanigans in my deck. I think I'm just firing off of pieces of the puzzle here. Not that scared of what they can do. Resolving this is nice as well. Oh, they have Pyroblast for it? Ah, it sucks. Wait. Okay, I wanted to relic that. So hopefully I'm not punished. Just get that out of there. I'd rather Impulse be sitting in their yard than Red Blast. I don't know if that was like a salty great from the opponent or like a great. Like that was sick. It's, you don't know. Do I fire off inventory on my turn? Probably. Teach by example. That's a good one. Because I can double inventory on 2. Like, assuming I get another land at some point here. Brainstorm. Alright. Could get Brainstorm locked, but I'm going to go for it. I want to hit land drops. Oh, no. Alright, I got to put back 1 card that I want to put away. I think it's Bolt, actually. So I'm just missing lands. That is why I hate Brainstorm compared to Ponder in Pauper. It just happens a lot. It's not like Legacy where it's super smooth. So that's rough. So I'll probably go Preordain looking for land, bottoming that Bolt, and look at another card, and then I can Frantic Inventory. And they have like free reign this turn. Just sucks missing lands like this. And they have Tron now. Alright, I'm in trouble. And I had a fair number of looks at lands, just didn't get there. Kind of need to bolt this now as well. No Ghostly Flicker from the opponent yet. I guess I can just, yeah, I guess I lead on Preordain. I just need lands. Okay. This is good. So let's go top, top, land, Frantic Inventory. If they had Ghostly Flicker and didn't go for it, that would be pretty greedy. I think I'm just going to do this now. I know they could have Ghostly Flicker, but they didn't do it on their turn when I was tapped out. They have it? Or just they're casting Teachings? No, they have Ghostly Flicker. Oh, Unwind. Okay. They're down to 3 cards. They can start drawing cards here. Once I get up to 6 mana, I can play a double Serpentine Curve, but I want to draw more cards for now. Oh. Did they draw? Oh, they weren't able to use Bondage Ornament that turn. Okay. Mnemonic Wall, get back Unwind. Ugh. That's beatable though. Alright, I just get hit for 2. They have 4 cards in hand. We know they have Unwind. Do they not have a land? Doesn't look like it. I think I just lead on just Preordain. Another Serpentine Curve. Not bad, but I don't think it's exactly what I want. I want more interaction. I want to save Teach by Example for Serpentine Curve as well, so I think I'm just going to go... Well, let's get this out of there. And let's just go Fjord, pass. Plan to end of turn Frantic Inventory. Make it look like we have interaction up here. We do have Hydroblast, but yeah, I can just go end of turn, cycle Ash Barrens, cast Frantic Inventory. I can take 2 here, it's fine. I could also not cycle Ash Barrens to leave Relic up, but I don't know if I need to. I'll just cast a Frantic Inventory. Again, I want to save Teach by Example for curves. Looks like I've kind of drawn out of my mana screw at this point. They're drawing a card with Ornament at the end of their turn. Wow. They don't want to let me Ancestral. I mean, I guess they don't want me to Ancestral. They're going to unwind it. Maybe I was supposed to teach by example, Frantic. I think they're trying to unwind here. Yep. Okay. This is the end of their turn, so I get to exile their unwind. Ooh, pieces of the puzzle. I don't hate just like land and then teach by example into pieces. And yeah, I like it. I'm gonna do it. Just go teach by example. I could also double Serpentine Curve here, but I think I'd rather pieces of the puzzle, leave up relic activation. Because now my Serpentine Curve is just going to be so huge moving forward. Yeah. You can get Counterspell Pyroblast or Goblin Wizardry Pyroblast. I think I like Counterspell Pyroblast. That could be wrong as well. And then Pyroblast this. I think I Hydroblast it. Then I don't have Relic activation up. What if I just let it resolve? Let's just do this. They have 4 cards left. I don't want to be too scared. They don't have even anything that great in the yard yet. All right, Frantic Inventory is a draw 4. Should probably take that and a Serpentine Curve. Because then I can always just dread shenanigans. Take those two. Pass. This is looking reasonable here. They're just drawing cards now. They must not have much. Oh, nice. They got the Quandrix Campus. I like it. That's an upgrade. Nice little Scryland in Tron. Do I dredge this and kill Bonder's Ornament? I mean, it looks like they're looking for stuff. I think it's actually good. Dredge a Pyroblast. All right, let's just go land. Shenanigans this. Also taking them down on colored sources is pretty good. Can just kill Pathetic Prism as well. Oh, I should have tapped this first. That was incorrect, I think. Why don't I just pass the turn here with Counterspell and Pyroblast up and plan to end of turn Frantic Inventory draw 4 with double counter backup? They can't really do much into my like wall of counterspells plus Relic. Pathetic Prism. Yeah, sure. I can always just not shenanigans those and just draw random cards. Just I don't really care about the prisms as much as the Bonder's Ornament, so I can go to 12 here, no problem. Now let's go draw 4. Gonna have to say no to all these shenanigans. Crop rotation? Why are they crop rotating? Oh, for bog, Kind of want to draw 4. Pyroblast? Or Counterspell? They know I have this. So they have Blue Blast. Okay. I still get to draw 1 off the Frantic Inventory. They get Bog. They have 2 cards left. I draw Preordain. Okay, let's go cycle. Suppose get I exiled or I have a mountain in exile. It's fine. Let's go preordain looking for like a counter. All right, well, teach by example is good too. Let's go bottom, top, and then go teach by example into Serpentine curve. I guess I could lose here, but there's nothing much I could have done. I could have just let them, I could have not fought over the crop rotation, but then they'd be able to fight over like another spell. So I have 2 lethal creatures now. I know they can just fog it, but I don't know how many fogs they can really keep in their deck in this matchup. I was supposed to relic them as well, but whatever. Mnemonic Wall, get back Red Blast, kill one of my 21s. That's fine. Especially if they don't have much else. Bonders, and then kill one. Sucks I wasn't able to relic, but I was a little short on mana. So are they just going to have to chump here? I guess they could fog. Shenanigans. All right, let's lead on that. They only have 1 card left. And now I'm for sure going to be able to have Relic up, so they're not going to be able to really get up to Flicker Shenanigans now. So yeah, they're just chumping. And then I just go play Serpentine Curve. And then have 2 lethal creatures. It's sweet. Still Relic protection up. Waiting as long as possible on Relic is good anyway. Stonehorn Dignitary. Well, that's a problem. But again, I can stop at least 1 flicker loop here. I'm at 10. They don't have that much mana. Scry 1 right now? This is their turn. Why are they doing it now? So they can F6 or something? Because they have nothing else to do? And they just know that there's nothing I can do? That is strange. Okay, so I skip my combat. And they can flicker this once. I'm not going to dredge. Pieces of the puzzle. That's a great draw. Just want to draw interaction, like counterspells and stuff. Counterspell and teach by example. I think I take Brainstorm Counterspell. Let's go Brainstorm. No, I don't want to do these. Okay, these are insanely good. I skip my combat, and then I have 2 counters up. Again, I should have tapped Relic, but they have other random stuff to exile anyway. It doesn't really matter. Bonders is fine. Again, I can always dredge Shenanigans for that if I want. Bonders, I'll just make them exile now, because I should have done it earlier. This deck is sweet. Again, against black removal decks, it's going to be rough, but otherwise, we make big creatures that it's hard for decks to kill, and they kill in like 1 hit. Okay, I mean, I have double counter to stop any flicker shenanigans. I guess they can chump. Yep, not going to crack Relic. I could have put the island on top and then dredge shenanigans. That would have been good. I didn't do that. Now I just get to attack. They have to go chump, and then I have triple counter. I could have pyroblasted 1 or both of their blue creatures, but I didn't really think I wanted to take that line. I'm not sure. I guess they get to draw another card with Ornament now. I can go pop Relic, dredge Shenanigans, and then kill Bonders, so they don't get to draw. I like it, because I can just counter any mnemonic walls from here. Oh, I can't dredge Shenanigans with Exile. I have been playing bad recently. Whatever. I mean, that wasn't the worst play in the world. I mean, I guess it was pretty bad, but what is this? 4 mana Teachings. Oh, and now they get to flashback Teachings as well. I just get ultra punished. Oh my god. I could have had Relic for that. I just popped Relic at the worst time. I mean, I still think I'm probably okay. They have to draw two good spells here because I can still counter the Mystical Teachings and then have another counter spell. They can attack for one, sure. And yeah, still having the counter spell is huge here, but man, that was a bad Relic pop. Hopefully I don't get punished. So I can counter this, and then I can counter their other spell in hand, and then they can draw one card, but they don't have enough mana for all that. So definitely popping Relic was incorrect, but I think I'm going to be able to get there regardless. Another Teachings? Oh, they're drawing a card, yeah. I was like, yeah, I'll just pop Relic to dread shenanigans. Classic. And they play a land. One spell left, one counter spell for me. Let's see if I can not mess this up. They cannot play Moment's Peace and Flashback Moment's Peace, so I can counter it. Serpentine Curve. Sweet. Just not going to play it. Defeating Flickertron here? GG's, nice deck. Thanks. GG's. This deck is sweet. Nice. 2-0 with all spells. Serpentine Curve. Still undefeated lifetime. 100% game win percentage with the deck. All right, let's go round 3. I'll see you there. All right, 2-0 with our 100% win rate Serpentine deck. We're against Albana. We're on the play. Snap Keep. Turn 1 Preordain, turn 2 Counterspell. Maybe find a red source for this Cannonade, which will be certainly will be good in this matchup, guaranteed. Ooh, Teach by Example, Scred. Both these cards are reasonable. I don't think I want Teach by Example right now. Do I want Scred? I don't have a red source yet. I think I'd rather just bottom. And there's a red source. Okay. Now I will probably keep Future Bolts. I also don't know what I'm against yet. Dismal Backwater. Is that... I don't know. I don't know what this is. Okay. We'll just have to wait and see. Could be some type of blue-black control deck. We don't know. Really far off this Serpentine Curve being anything. Would have been so interesting to just fire off a counter on that Preordain. Is it just... Can't be blue-black Fae because they have to play Ice Tunnel. Alright, looks like it's just blue-black control. Could be like blue-black, like Crypt Rats and stuff. Or not, maybe Crypt Rats, but I meant to say Chittering Rats and Flicker Effects and Seagate Oracles and stuff. Could play Mountain. I know that cues them in that we have Mountain, but I'm just going to play Fjord. They know about Mountain. Got to draw some pieces of the puzzle at some point here. So this is our worst draw so far. Swamp. Okay. Pristine Talisman. So it's pretty heavy control. I might want to counter this, but I don't think I care about life gain because I'm planning just to make a huge Serpentine Curve at some point. This matchup's going to be tough because they're going to... Most of their removal is going to kill this. So yeah, that is rough. What's interesting is this says draw a card and then draw a card equal to the number of cards named Frantic Inventory in the yard, but if you play the first one, you draw 1. But then if you play a Serpentine Curve, it counts itself. That's because I guess this is checking on resolution. I don't know why Magic is so dumb sometimes, honestly. Who knows? Who knows? I actually have to play fast here, so I don't time out. This might just be creatureless blue-black control. Let's play Mountain, play Piece of the Puzzle. I probably do fight over this. I really want this to resolve. Well, that sucked. But at least I hit another pieces. Binned a bunch of lands. Now I just Stay on track, keep up counterspell. I have a spread if they do have creatures. Bog me doesn't actually matter. I mean, it is good against Frantic Inventory, but it doesn't actually matter for this, which is a nice, really nice addition to the card. The Graveyard Hate doesn't work against it. Again, if they try to counterspell this, I'm gonna fight. Nice. I think I just take 2 pieces of the puzzle and then not cast them yet. I just want to grind in this matchup. Mill my entire deck and then start making huge Serpentine curves. I already played a land, right? I played Mountain. Yeah. I just want to like find a bunch of teach by examples and then just make a bunch of Serpentine curves and hope they don't have enough answers. Yeah, these bogs, again, they're good against specifically Frantic Inventory, but that's it. I'll just play 1 piece of the puzzle. Bonder's Ornament. I mean, I could just let this resolve. I think I do. I know they can start drawing cards, but it's really, really slow. And I want to keep spells to fight over things that matter. Let's just go pieces. Might even play the other pieces here. We'll see. Lightning Bolt, Brainstorm, Brainstorm. I mean, I feel like these bolts are just not good. I think I'm just going to take some Brainstorms. Let's just play a Brainstorm now. Okay, Wizardry is nice. I can go like end of turn, multiple teach by examples into Wizardry next turn. Let's go put back Cannonade, put back Brainstorm, play land. I think I'm going to play pieces. I guess I'm not that scared of what they can do. And then next turn I'll probably pass, and then maybe end of turn play like multiple Wizardries or something. What do I want here? Serpentine Curve does cue them in on what we have, but whatever. It is what it is. I could take Serpentine Curve and Brainstorm. I'm also just going to have to discard a card anyway, which I'll probably just discard Scred. Guess I can discard Scred and Bolt. Brainstorm or Frantic Inventory? I guess Brainstorm's just better. Have to discard 2 cards. Could be my downfall. Not just playing the next pieces here and letting them do whatever they want on their turn, but I think they just have a bunch of removal spells. They could have some Wraths for this, but end of turn is going to be pretty tough for them. I think I just discard Scred and Bolt. It's possible that we want like 2 or 3 copies of Wizardry in the deck. Thorn, that is fine. I know that can trade with a Serpentine Curve here or a Goblin, but I can find a removal spell for that still. I've discarded and milled a bunch of them, but I still probably have some more left. All right. So it's probably better to go. So yeah, 5, 6, 7 mana. Why don't I lead on a Brainstorm? I mean, this is not that great. I don't really want to. I want more lands. Just put back some Serpentine Curves. And then I can just discard either a Ponder or a Frantic Inventory. Yeah, I'm just going to go end of turn, teach by example into Goblin Wizardry, and then try to untap with a bunch of counters and stuff up. I think I'm just discarding inventory here. I already have plenty of cards. They do have the Monarch, but I don't really care about that. Also, these Goblin tokens just aren't that great. They're attacking? Oh, do they not know about this? I think they don't. So I'm going to just lead on a teach by example, and they're probably going to have to counter it. They could have Echoing Decay or something, or just play multiple removal spells on their end step. All right, now I double Goblin Wizardry. And I have double Serpentine Curve on top of my deck. They have like Suffocating Fumes here, or Teachings for Fumes. They're just drawing a card. That is like the best thing I could have hoped for. I have 5, 6, 7 mana, but I'm not drawing a land. So I can't play Serpentine Curve with... I can't go Teach by Example into Serpentine Curve. Wow, they're killing one now. They think like they're going to die? Maybe. So I can just go Ponder, Serpentine Curve, and then have Counterspell up. I like it. Let's yield to these. I can't kill them, that's for sure. I could draw the Ash Barrens and just play it. And then draw Serpentine Curve next turn. Could also just shuffle here, but I think not shuffling is fine. Just play one Serpentine Curve. Maybe I was supposed to double it as well. I'm not certain, but I have a counter spell up here. I'm attacking for 9. I'm playing around Edict. It took the Monarch. Sure. This deck is sweet. I probably will just fire off a counter on any removal spell on this just to use my counter spell. Mystical Teachings. Oh, Pestilence. I think Pestilence is fine, right? Maybe I just go for Counterspell because these goblins do represent some damage and they're good against Edict. Just going to try to counter. And I get Prowess triggers. All right, that just resolved. Kind of surprised by that. Preordain, they just don't have answers? How do they not have removal for this fractal? They don't have like more cast downs or snuff out. I guess they don't have snuff out in their deck probably. Evankar's Justice? Okay, so if I find a removal spell for this, they lose the game on the spot? They're attacking? What? They have land plus removal spell for this, I guess? Or land plus edict or something? Okay, we both sack a creature. So I guess they're just stuck with a bunch of like innocent bloods in their hand. I still wouldn't block there. I don't care about Monarch that much. 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. So I'm just gonna go Teach by Example, Serpentine Curve, leave up Counterspell. Make 2 lethal threats with a counter up. I'll probably fight over an Edict. And then I can always play another Serpentine Curve next turn. These are still going to be lethal through them gaining 1 more life, because yeah, these are 25. Or the second one's, oh no, yeah, 25. How does the copy count the first one when it's still on the stack? I don't know. I have no clue, honestly, how these things work. Is that incorrect? I guess I let this resolve, because then if they have to flash it back, I counter the flashback. And I'd rather them pay 7 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then they have 2 mana available. So they could have another counter, but I'm going to try to counter a flashback edict for sure. Innocent Blood. I guess I'm supposed to just counter this. The Evankar's Justice on my Goblin tokens was brutal. And Flashback Edict. Yep. I don't have that many more ways to win. I have one more Serpentine Curve and then one in my hand. Boiler works. Okay. I think I'm just playing Serpentine Curve here. I could wait on it, but I don't think it's really getting better for me. Let me look at my deck. I have 16 cards left. Figured this matchup would be tough. Yeah, one Serpentine Curve, one Teach by Example, multiple counter spells. Okay. Just hope they ran out of edicts. They probably don't really have a win con in their deck, just mill. Or maybe like they have I guess they have Thorn. Maybe they have that counter spell for 4 mana. Yeah, this is a rough matchup. It'll get better post board, but I wonder if I blocked and just held on to the Monarch if I could have won. I probably would just mill out at that point. I could honestly just concede here. Wonder if there was a way I could have played this out differently. I didn't, yeah, I think I played fine. Felt like I gave myself a good chance to win. I could have countered Bonder's Ornament, but it honestly hasn't really done anything. Pristine Talismans don't really do anything in this matchup either. It really is just about the Chainer's Edicts. They bounce a Bog. Need to draw like Frantic Inventory right now before they Bog. Draw some cards. I can't even play that Serpentine Curve. That's my last way to win. And they have an Edict in the yard right now that I need to draw counter spells for. So I need to just wait. I don't think I'm going to be able to win. They have 7 cards in hand. Maybe, I mean, I could just concede here, especially if they just teachings. No, they're just drawing. They have 8 cards in hand, though. One of them we know is Bog. I can basically just be like F6ing, though. Maybe they show me like a different win condition that I wasn't expecting them to have either. Curse. Okay, makes sense. So they are just like basically no. They probably have like 2 curse or something, and then that's their only win cons. I mean, that does make our Serpentine bigger, but this does kill us pretty quick because we go through our deck pretty fast as well. They might have some like Gurmags in the sideboard that they might bring in, but I doubt it honestly. Scred, just F6. Definitely bring in the Relic as well and the Bonder's Ornament. Don't get to bring in the Hydroblast, but get to take out a lot of my removal. Bringing in Pyroblasts, Echoing Truth, Bonder's Ornament, Relic, Shenanigans. It's a lot of cards. I'll just concede at this point. I can't beat these curses. They have a Chainer's Edict in the yard. I get milled for 4 on my next turn, yeah. Then I die on the next turn. So, you know, I curve here, I just die on my next upkeep. Or on my next draw step. Good game. We are no longer undefeated. Let's bring all this in. 9 cards coming in. Our worst cards are probably all these. I know they could bring in creatures. But again, those are probably our worst cards. I don't think I want any of them in. I guess they have Thorn, so maybe I should have like 2 bolts in. Because these can also go face. Maybe Scred is better because it kills Angler that they could have. And I don't really need to go face with those. Frantic Inventory is also not great, but I think I still want it. Oh, these come out. These come out. Well, I almost just messed up. Cut 1 Ponder. Keep 2 Screds. I could also just have 1 Scred but they showed multiple thorns that just trades with a serpent. So I'd rather have some answers to thorn. I think this looks fine. Maybe I want even one more removal spell over like a ponder. Could have one bolt, two scred. Just mix it up. Let's do it. Would you like to play first? I would. I would like to keep. I think I'm just leading Preordain. I could just lead Cycle Ash Barrens. I guess that's better. Then it doesn't mess up my scry. I'm not in a rush to Preordain. Maybe that's incorrect because I can just go turn 1 Preordain, turn 2 Mountain Inventory, and maybe I naturally draw an island at some point too. I can wait on Ash Barrens. Then I can just shuffle later and then mess up the scry later. It doesn't matter as much. I don't think I need a tap land, and I don't know if I need another land at all. I'm just gonna bottom. Even though I want to hit land drops, I also don't want to be flooded. So I like just bottoming bottom, and then maybe on my next turn I naturally draw land. Maybe I draw land off this inventory or the turn after, but again, I just don't want to like have too many lands in the long run. Because I want to be able to win counter wars and have a bunch of stuff to play. It's actually pretty sick art on that Dismal Backwater. I can inventory here, or I can just double cycle Ash Barrens. I think I like actually double cycle Ash Barrens. Okay, well, that's Relic. That's annoying. Can't counterspell it. Okay, resolves. I'm gonna play like a Dismal Backwater or something. I wonder if I'm supposed to have a Cleansing Wildfire in my sideboard. All right, let's go cycle Ash Barrens and then just exile that, because why not? Island. Again, I'm just choosing to do this over inventory. I don't know if it's right. Pop this out, and there is the bounce land. Okay, so shenanigans killing this would be huge. I could get another red source. I have multiple red spells, but I think I just want more blue sources, honestly. Teach by example. Okay. I think I'll just pass the turn, then end of turn inventory. Relic is good, but I don't think I care about it that much. This bolt is pretty bad. I don't want to teach by example yet. I'll hold it for later. What is this? Another relic? Sure. At this point, I'm just going to give up on trying to fight over Frantic Inventory. Just going to cast it. Exile a card. Exile a card. Then I'll cast Frantic Inventory. Because this way, if I draw another Frantic Inventory, I can at least draw 2. Serpentine Curve. Okay. There's a relic of my own, which is funny. I think I'm just playing that. I don't think playing a Serpentine Curve this early is good. Now I can start exiling any edicts if they ever put them into the yard. They have 5 cards in hand and 2 relics on the table. I'm probably just going to pop this relic at the end of their turn to try to draw lands. They're really hitting on the graveyard here. Pristine Talisman, that's fine. I guess my shenanigans is not going to be good now. I think I just pop this. Again, I want to draw a card. Preordain? Sure. Look for lands. Bonders, I think, is good enough. Just go bottom, top. Bonders. Pass. And then I have Pyroblast up. They can gain 1, they choose not to. Another pristine talisman, sure. Another relic, wow. I mean, relic really doesn't do that much against me. They have 3 cards in hand. Wonder if I draw a land if I should just go teach by example into curve with no counters up. Seems pretty bad. They have to have double edict out of 3 cards. I guess they can draw some cards with the relic. I'm just gonna start drawing with Bonder's Ornament. That seems better to me. Just if I keep drawing with Bonder's Ornament, I'll have lands and spells to play. Bonders. Just try to fight over this. I want to just be the only one with the Bonders. Oh, I could have gone. No, I couldn't have gone teach by example. All right, well, it's just Pyroblast. Nice. Dealt with their Bonders. They have a bunch of relics out still. I mean, again, relic doesn't do that much against me. All it interacts with is frantic inventory. It is cool that they have so many relics in the board. I mean, they should not lose to like Mono Black Storm or like Cycle Storm or whatever. Okay. Frantic inventory. All right, pass the turn. Just plan to draw with Bonder's Ornament if I don't have to do anything. They have 2 cards left. It's tempting to just go teach by example into curve here. I'd rather just draw. It's close, it's close. Draw. Shenanigans, nice. I'll just save that for our Bonders. Should I just draw right now for a land? I can also just frantic inventory right now. And then if that doesn't work, just cast a Serpentine Curve. Seems pretty bad. I'm just going to pass, draw one more time. They gain 2. I do need to play quickly here. I also need to hit land drops, but I guess the opponent does as well. Bonder's Ornament. That's annoying. I guess I have Shenanigans for it, so it's not that bad. Let's just draw now. Then plan to Shenanigans this. I'll get another red source. Ashburns is good because just drawing another land is really important here. Yep, they nab my thing, sure. Do I care about copying the Shenanigans? I don't think so. Let's just go kill this. And then play into Bonder's Ornament at the end of their turn. Right. At some point soon, I can start firing off like copied Serpentine Curves. Yep. I could draw in response to that, but then they just relic in response to that. I mean, they should pop these at some point. They don't need triple relic. Again, they're only countering these frantic inventories, which I just really don't care that much about. They're really fighting the graveyard. I want to find lands. Brainstorm. There's a land, so I have 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. So I can go teach, curve. And then just have triple creature out that's massive. I don't hate that. I think I'm going to do it. Teach. I only get three snakes, as far as I know. Because I play one teach, and then I play a second teach that gets copied. Then after that, I play a Serpentine curve, and each Serpentine curves get copied twice, one for each teach. Okay. Make triple SNEK. They're not even that big yet. They're all 9/9s. But I'm tapped out. Just shocked they're never popping Relic. I mean, I guess they're scared of future frantic inventories, of me getting ahead that way. Cast down, yep. Just sucks that their removal in general is just so good against these. Edict, flashback edict, yep. I mean, wizardry is basically like where I want to be against them. They didn't kill this one. They're letting me untap with a 9/9. That's interesting. All right, let's try to attack. And then just fire off a piece of the puzzle and pass with Bonders up, I suppose. They have 2 cards left. I mean, I could just fire off another curve. I think I like pieces of the puzzle, though. Pieces of the puzzle and Brainstorm. I think I'll just draw a card with Bonders here. These relics so annoying. They're trying to time me out or something. I'm trying to play fast here. They're only ahead 30 seconds on time, so that doesn't really work. I have 28 cards left. Thorn. Okay, well, I'll bolt that. I'll bolt it and play a Frantic Inventory. Maybe a Brainstorm as well, just to use my mana, get more spells in the yard. It's not a great use of Brainstorm, but I just cycle. Basically, I just draw a card. Let's go bolt this. Then I guess I go inventory first. Doesn't really matter. Do I fire off a Brainstorm? Sure. Maybe I draw an Ash Barrens? No. Okay. Let's put back a land, because I can pieces of the puzzle past that land. Land, pieces of the puzzle. Then just attack for 9. And then I think I just go teach by example Serpentine Curve, leave up Counterspell and Pyroblast. That looks good to me. They have a Chainer's Edict in the yard, but to flash that back is a lot of mana. I think I can win this game. This matchup is still tough, though. Not going to deny that. Take the Monarch. That's sweet. And then I just go teach by example. I was probably supposed to leave up 1 red mana there. Serpentine Curve. And I just only have Counterspell up, not Counterspell plus Pyroblast. But that's okay. Make 2 15/15s. Pretty sweet. Draw a card. Yeah, sure. Would set a stop on my end step, but I actually want just less stops to use less time. And then just pop Relic now. I don't really understand, but sure. Yeah, there's land that I maybe should have played. That was probably a mistake. These matchups are just so long and really decision heavy. It's hard to play perfectly all the time. I'll just let this first one resolve, I think. Just sack my 9/9. I still have 2 15/15s. They're going to flashback Edict. I'll counter it. And that's lethal. All these relics just never really did anything. Nice. Let's go game 3. Got plenty of time. Got 10 minutes on the clock. Do I want to change anything? Having the couple removal spells for their thorns was good. I don't think I want more than 3 though. I don't think they're going to have anglers or anything here from what we saw, so I'm just going to have bolts instead of shreds because I can at least go face with them. Could lower the time it takes to kill with a Serpentine curve. Drawing our 1 bonders was massive that game. That was like so good. Exactly for this matchup, basically. The slow controlling matchup, and they have bonders as well. All right, we're tied on clock. Snap keep. Lands and spells, looks good. Keep. F6 their first turn. They play Relic. I can play a Relic too. I think I'm just going to play a tap land. I don't really care that much about resolving Relic. It's not like that crazy against them. Okay, sure. I think I'm going to just try to play fast so I don't time out here. So I'm probably just going to cycle in Ash Barrens right now and play my Relic. Cycle. I guess I can get Mountain. I do want a fair number of red sources for like multiple Pyroblasts or something. They didn't make me exile it. Okay. We definitely got to pop these out. Pristine Talisman, sure. They have 4 cards left only. Multiple teach by examples here. Nothing I want to Echoing Truth yet at all. Pristine Talisman. Well, those like I could consider Echoing Truth, but I'm in no rush. Just gonna fire off an inventory here. I could wait till next turn and then go teach by example, just draw 2 on my inventories, but I don't even want to do that. I want to save these to copy my spells that make creatures. Should I just pop Relic here? I think so, actually. Just cycle. There's another cycle. That's fine. If I Boil Works, I have to discard a card, actually, so I don't want to do that yet. Might have to fire off a bolt. Sounds really bad. I guess I can fire off a Echoing Truth on their Pristine Talismans, just because it's kind of annoying for them. Doesn't really do that much. But I don't think this is really doing much else other than bouncing a Bonder's Ornament. And I'm probably going to have to discard if I don't do this. So, Dispel? They're countering this? Okay, that's fine. I didn't even really care about that resolving anyway. Don't think I'm going to time out. This is their end step. I don't know why they're floating mana now. I guess just so they can F6. Okay, let's go Preordain right now. Bottom, top, play land, because I want Pyroblast up just in case when I Bonders here. Nice. Now start drawing cards with Bonders. The classic, just start drawing cards with Bonders. I mean, all these relics, they're not popping them, and they're just like giving up cards in hand to just have these in play, which again, it's just not doing anything. I don't get it. But I'm fine with it. Yes, just float mana, because why not? But I'm not going to draw a card with Bonders right now. I'm just going to pass. I want them to like think that I have just like a handful of counter spells or something. Because I don't want them to just play a curse and resolve it. They're just doing this now. That is fine. They must not have much going on. Shenanigans? I'm not even going to cast that yet. Just going to F6 again for time reasons. They're not going to pop any relics. They don't have much mana. Let's draw. This is looking good. Might have to fire off some bolts at some point. Let's just brainstorm. Teach by example. Okay, let's just put back one bolt. I guess a frantic inventory just doesn't do anything. I guess it cycles. I can't shuffle right now, so whatever. Then I guess this was wrong. I have to just fire off a bolt on them if I don't want to discard a card, which doesn't really do anything, but I think it's better than discarding. So now we just need to find like Wizardry or Serpentine Curve, and then we just copy it a million times and hope that's good enough. We have a lot of mana now, so I think we're definitely ahead. We're pretty far ahead actually, especially that we have Bonder's Ornament as well. They have 6 cards now, but that's fine. Oh, I misclicked. That sucked. That really sucked. I was supposed to draw a card there. I have to discard here. It's just crappy. I could just shenanigans a Pristine Talisman to stop their life gain, but I'd rather save that for Bonders. All right. Missed out on a draw step. Sucks. Maybe they're just timing me out with the relics. Like, honestly, it's actually happening right now. Radiant Fountain, sure. They're at 29. Firing off those bolts is pretty funny with like double Pristine Talisman in play for so long. Okay, draw. Okay, land. Pieces of the puzzle. Okay, I think I just play that. Oh no, it's not Tap Mountain. Let's play pieces. I'm gonna take pieces and counterspell. Nah, I guess I will just fire this off now. I don't want to have to discard more cards. I hope they like fight over this or something. What am I going to discard here? A Pyroblast? Can't really discard Teach by example. I could. I think I'm supposed to just discard a Pyroblast. I have 6 minutes left on my clock. It's actually plenty of time. I mean, I should kill pretty fast once I actually find a kill. Just trying to take as little possible time. This also takes like them some time, so it's kind of like trading time. All right, I'm gonna Bonders here. There's the curve. Okay. So I have 3, 8, 9, 10 mana. So I can go triple Teach by example. I think I'm just... Because I can end of turn like double Teach by example Wizardry with counter up, but that doesn't even actually accomplish like all that much. I can always respond with Wizardry. Maybe I just play 2 Serpents here. Let's see. I have 5, 6, 7, 8 mana left. I think I'm just playing 1 Serpentine Curve, as weird as that is. Because if they play some Edicts, I can respond with Wizardry here. I can also just try to counter them. This is interesting. Cast down? Oh, Diabolic Edict. So again, they have 6 cards. I want to be able to double this Wizardry as well. I think I'm just going to play it, honestly. They could counter this. I guess they could have Hydroblast. Cast down. Sure. And Wizardry happens. I sack a 1/1. F6. I have 5 minutes left, which should be plenty of time if I'm going to be able to win. They bonders, that's fine. Do they edict? Nice. Now I have double counter and pyroblast. Oh, they have another edict, okay. We already used our relic, unfortunately. Man, these relics are timing me out for sure. Gonna fire off this pieces of the puzzle. I clicked on this like 3 times. Come on. I don't know what else I can do. Just clicking on it over and over. Frantic inventory, preordain. Let's take preordain pyroblast. Fire off just 1 preordain, not copied. Let's go top top. And then I have 4, 5, 6 mana. Oh man, I just need to pass and discard a pyroblast again. It's rough. I know I'm drawing a counter spell. So I need to go teach by example, and then Serpentine Curve with counterspell up. Do I draw a card? I know it's counterspell on top. I think I do because I'm planning to play spells on my next turn. So if I draw a land after this, it's actually pretty good. All right, pieces of the puzzle. Let's just go 1, 2, teach by example. Do I play another teach by example? I think so. Yeah, I think so. Then I play a Serpentine Curve. 3.5 minutes on my clock. Serpentine Curve. Make 3 of them. With 1 counterspell up. Make 3 22/22s. And they can't flashback all these edicts. I mean, and I can counter 1 of the flashbacks edicts, which is nice. Cast down, I'll let that resolve. I want them to have to play this. So they're flashing back an edict. I'm going to counterspell it. Then that might just be game. They're just tapping out here. Wow, maybe this matchup's not as bad for us as I thought. Because our late game kill is just like a 1-turn kill, basically. We just have to protect it from removal. And then each player sacks a creature. Okay. So now we untap with triple counterspell up and a 22/22 in play. I think that should be enough. I mean, we have quad counter actually up. We're not going to time out, so we have 17 cards left in library. We're good. Interesting how the opponent plays just never popping relic. Teach by example. Let's attack. Let's see, I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana, and this is 6, 7 mana. So I can play pieces of the puzzle here, which I suppose I do. Serpentine Curve, Bolt. Do I play Serpentine Curve? I think I'd rather just have quad counter up. They can play flashback another Chainer's Edict, and then I just counter. Counterspell. Should be good here. Three, 4, 5. They don't even have enough to flash 1 back. Now they pop relic. Sure. 2.5 minutes, plenty of time. Just got to send in. They're looking for like a cast down or something. Yeah, this is over. I just have too many counters up. Nihil Spellbomb. They have way too much graveyard hate. Yep. That's good. Nice. It looks like we're going to advance to 3-0 here, beating blue-black control. Nice. GG's. That was sweet. I mean, it's not that hard for us to just like, the one goblin wizardry is nice because it's not as big as these fractals, but you can like end of turn it, force them to do something. Yeah, it helps play around edict. Maybe one more wizardry is good, but yeah. Oops. Oh, did I just return to details? Am I good? Can I just exit this game? Jesus. I'm gonna go to the next round, but I actually need to take a break right now. So 3-0, nice, and I'll see you in round 4. This has been awesome. Undefeated so far. Let's go. All right, 3-0 with blue-red serpentine curve combo, sort of. Blue-red control with curve, whatever you want to call it. Nice, but we're 3-0. We're getting parallax in round 4. This hand is pretty awkward. They're on the mulligan to 6. We're on the draw. We don't do anything until turn 3. And then turn 3, we cast like a pieces of the puzzle and then have double curve. I think I'm just going to keep. Sounds pretty bad, but I think this is actually a keep. Okay, we're against Tron. Second time facing Tron here. Interesting. Sam's not bad against Tron because maybe it, yeah, maybe it is bad because we just have to discard a card here when we play Frantic Inventory. I think it's actually not that bad to just discard the first Frantic Inventory because it's almost like, in a way, it's almost like casting it, just because then it makes the future ones better. So I'm just gonna discard that. The Impulse, sure. They're playing pretty fast here, which I like. It's good to see. Always more fun to play against an opponent who's playing fast, in my opinion. Just makes like the pace of the game go quickly, and it's more exciting, kind of. I like it. I could jam Ponder, or I can just jam pieces of the puzzle. The problem is, if I go pieces of the puzzle, I probably have to discard a card. I still think it's worth it. It's just much more mana efficient, and I can Ponder next turn to look for land. They're going to counter this? Miscalc. Interesting. Wasn't expecting that, but I'm fine with them countering that. I mean, I have another pieces, and I was going to have to discard anyway, so... they just Natron. I guess they impulsed, but yeah, this is going to be rough. And just like that, it's like 3 mana versus 8. I'm going to go Ponder, looking for an island, and then pieces. Okay, never mind. Don't have to. I'm still going to go Ponder because I can leave spells on top with this and then pieces of the puzzle into them. Wow, they have another counter? They're going to unwind here? Okay, well, I'm just getting crushed. I mean, I do like leading with Ponder now that we drew Island because now I can just still cast pieces. And then I can start casting Serpentine Curves at some point. All right, let's get Counterspell, Frantic Inventory. Looks great. Pass. Now we have 7 cards in yard with 1 land. So our Serpentine Curves are 7/7s right now. They have teachings though. What are they going to teachings for, like Ephemerate or Ghostly Flicker? Impulse. Okay, that is one of the least scary cards I could see from them. I need more lands as well, so I kind of need to resolve this Frantic Inventory, but one option is to go Teach by Example into Frantic Inventory. What are they going to get back? Unwind? Yeah, they're getting back Unwind. They just pass the turn. We're not even close to being able to spread this anyway. I can just cast a Frantic Inventory, but then if I miss on lands, it's pretty bad. It's just a draw 2. But if I go Teach by Example into Frantic Inventory, draw 4, then I go up to 9 cards in hand and I'll have to discard 1, but I am much more likely to hit a land. I think I'm just going to go for hitting a land, leaving up Counterspell. Oh god, that was terrible. That was just absolutely terrible. I mean, yeah, that was just brutal. Maybe I should have gone Teach by Example into Frantic Inventory to guaranteed I hit a land. But if I hit an island there, it would have been just so good. Just play island, leave up counter, and then start playing like Teach by Example Serpentine curves like the turn after. So yeah, pretty rough. Get crop rotation. I mean, they're kind of like spinning their wheels, but they're not doing that much yet. They're gonna bog, target me. That just doesn't really do anything either. Everyone thinks you need to exile the graveyard against this deck because they don't really know it, but yeah, it doesn't do anything really. All right, let's just pass. And then I can end of turn Wizardry, and then maybe untap, and then Serpentine Curve, Teach by Example into Curve. If I need to counter something, I will. They have a Teachings in the yard still, right? Wait. Oh no, they don't. Or oh no, they got back Teachings with this. What'd they get back with the Mnemonic Ball? Oh no, they got back Unwind. All right, they have Unwind, yeah. Okay, well, I'm just down to go Wizardry. They're gonna unwind it, and then I'll go Teach by Example into Curve, probably. Yeah, so they go Unwind, sure. Oh, they flashback. Yeah, they flashback Teachings for Crop Rotate, I think. And they're going Teachings right now while they can resolve it. Get Ephemerate and then Ephemerate this. They get Prohibit. They're taking an interesting line here. Another Teach by Example. I mean, I can just play a Serpentine Curve and they're just going to counter it. The problem is they can flashback Teachings for like a flicker effect for this, so I think I just need to pass. But this just isn't going to work. I'm going to lose here. My draw was just too clunky. Maybe I was supposed to mulligan. They flashback Teachings. So if I go to counter this, they just prohibit it. But if I don't, they probably just get a flicker effect. What I can do, funny enough, they just get another Teachings. Wow. Yeah, they're taking it really slow. I mean, I think they're actually playing pretty well. They still have Prohibit in hand. I was going to say, if they play a spell I care about, I can go Teach by Example into Counterspell. Stonehorn Dignitary. Okay, I don't care about that right now. Not like attacking anytime soon. Need to just draw a land here, but they can start flickering these a bunch. Quad Serpentine Curve in hand is not ideal. All right, should I draw Brainstorm and play it, or should I just draw Ash Barrens and then take my land drop? I think I'm supposed to draw Brainstorm. Let's go top. And then if this Brainstorm resolves, it's actually pretty good for me. If it doesn't, it sucks. I could have double Brainstormed there. All right, let's put back double Serpentine Curve. I just don't think I need double Serpentine Curve. Again, I just need more interaction. I can tap out for one curve now, but it's not even that big. I think I'd rather just leave up at least one counterspell here. They're going to go Teachings from hand. I just need to let it resolve. We know they have Prohibit, and they get Ghostly Flicker. Okay, so now when they go for a Ghostly Flicker, I think I would need to go Teach by Example into Counterspell, but they're not even going for that. Could just cycle Ash Barrens now, but then again, they can go for a Flicker here. I think I'm supposed to just untap. I need to just play it safe. All right, let's cycle. Get Island, play Island, pass the turn. Now I have a bunch of counter spells up actually, because again, I can use the Teach by Example trick here to have a double counter spell on a key card. Another Ghostly Flicker. Okay, so they have two Ghostly Flickers in hand. So they Ghostly Flicker that and Prism. Okay, so I just can go for Counterspell on this. I guess I just go for, do I have to go Teach by Example into Counterspell? They have another Ghostly Flicker in hand. If I go Counterspell, they go Prohibit, and then I have to counter back, which is not great for me, because then I use both of my counter spells. But if I go Teach by Example, and then double Counterspell the Ghostly Flicker, then I at least deal with the first one. But then they still just Ghostly Flicker and Prohibit on the second one. But I think I just need to let this resolve. Just sucks. I can't actually win this fight, really, because they have two Ghostly Flickers in hand. They played pretty well by just teachings for teachings there. All right, they get back Ghostly Flicker, then they untap. So they just drew one card, sure. They still don't know about Serpentine Curve as far as I know. I probably need to fight now if I can. Maybe on my turn I just play a Serpentine Curve. I'm not really sure. I'm drawing a random card, but I probably do need to just play one. Fjord. Again, I could just pass here one more time. 1, 2, 3, 7 mana. I just need to pass one more time. If this was an untapped land, I probably would have cast one, but I need to try to counter both Ghostly Flickers somehow, even though it's unlikely that that's going to happen. I can't just let them keep doing this. So the problem is then on the second Ghostly Flicker, I guess they still only get one back. All right, let's go for this. Should have probably just countered the first one. So let's just go Teach by Example and then counter the Ghostly Flicker with both copies. I know it's a weird play, but then they just let this happen. Same targets. They let this resolve. Yeah, because again, I know they have Prohibit. So they're probably just going to now Ghostly Flicker and then Prohibit. I need to let this resolve. They can't get back both Ghostly Flickers right now. So at least there's that. I'm surprised they didn't get Ephemerate. But now this gives me a chance to fight over the second one. Crop rotation? Sure. They're going to go for another Ghostly Flicker here. Just to draw a card, sure. And then I have to try to Teach by Example, Counterspell this Ghostly Flicker as well on a future turn and hope they don't have another counter. They're out of teachings probably in the deck. Bonder's Ornament. Okay, I have to let that resolve, unfortunately. They have 7 cards. If I draw an untapped land, I can go for curve. Otherwise, I can't really go for it yet. Don't want to draw these curves as early as I did preordain. Let's just go for that instead of Serpentine Curve. Let's just go bottom, top. Land is decent. Pass. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I do actually have 8 mana. So I can just cast Curve and then still have Counterspell and Teach by Example up. Wouldn't be surprised if they just let this resolve. It's not that big yet, right? Okay, we have a 15/15. They can start flickering the Stonehorn plus Melodic Wall, but I'm going to try to, again, just counter this Ghostly Flicker and just deal with it. I'm trying to play like as safe as possible as well, basically. All right, so now I know they have Prohibit, so if I go for counter, it just doesn't work. So I need to go Teach by Example into Counterspell, and then hope they can't get these Ghostly Flickers back. That's my line. So I think I played well to give myself a chance, but it's still going to be rough here. Same targets. Okay, so if they don't have another mnemonic wall or the ephemerate, then their ghostly flickers are both just stuck in the yard for now. But they have a lot of ways to get them back. Mole Drifter? Okay. As long as it's not ephemerate there. Bonders. I feel like they don't have a way to get these back yet, so I just need to hope. Maybe some Relics main deck could be decent. I guess I have. Oh, that's good. That's good. I have. What's it called? Frantic Inventory. So that's probably not the best plan. We're just going to play one Serpentine Curve and leave up Scred for a potential flicker. We know they still have Prohibit. Wow, they're just chumping? And then they're going to go Blink or Fog. Okay, well, there's nothing I can do about Fog. I can play another curve, though. What's this one? An 18? Yeah. 18. So not quite lethal. They draw. Definitely behind here. Again, because we know they still have Prohibit. Oh, I could have played another curve. Just miscalculating here. They hit for 2. This deck is sweet. You just play a control game and then you just have a couple like 20/20s basically. Tower, 6 cards left. Moment's Peace in the yard. It's not like playing another curve really did anything. Wouldn't be surprised if they just flashback Moment's Peace right now or play another one. Another Serpentine Curve and a Counterspell. I mean, I guess drawing Counterspell is better than the average draw. I guess I have to do it. Let's just attack with both. Play another curve. If they fog this, I'm just gonna let them fog it and just let that resolve and hold this Counterspell. It seems like they're just gonna go for Moment's Peace here. They might go for a Ghostly Flicker, in which case I kind of get to wreck them. Moment's Peace flashback. Okay. And then just play curve. And then I should probably have left Mountain up for this Scred just in case. Now we have a 20/20, okay. They just draw, and then they draw another card. It's going to be rough here. They have 19 cards left. I don't know how I'm going to win like a counter war when they've drawn their entire deck. I mean, hopefully the cards they need are just on the bottom, and then they have to start chumping, and then I draw like, I guess I'm just drawing Serpentine Curve, but I'm going to let this resolve. It's not great, but it's possible that they only have one Moment's Peace left in the deck and one Ephemerate. They've used all their teachings because they always just teachings for teachings, but they have 14 cards in library. They have a ton of mana, but I have huge board presence. We know they have Prohibit, and we know they have, I guess the only card we know is Prohibit, as far as if I'm correct. The problem is they can take a hit off one of these. Okay, well this sucks. I think they have me now because they can just Prohibit this Counterspell. Wow, they just let that happen? I guess they could have Pulsa Marasa. They're just playing it super safe. Don't they have Prohibit still? Am I tripping? Should be here. No, they have it. They have it. Okay, I'm going to attack with all, play another Serpentine Curve. And that's all I can do. Block, block, block. And then Moment's Peace from hand. Yep. Do I play the last one? I think I do. I don't see why not. Now I have 2 lethal creatures. I guess just one because they're at 21. They gained one off of Thornwood Falls because they haven't switched it to the campus yet. Maybe this is just better than campus, honestly. I'm not sure. Pulse from Rasa, back wall. Yeah, that's going to do it. My only hope is that they try to flicker wall and Stonehorn Dignitary and then I scred and they don't counter it, but I don't know why they would not counter the scred. So I think I'm dead. The Tron late game was just too much this game. These 2020s just don't really matter. So I let this resolve, and they probably just get back Ghostly Flicker. And then they probably flicker target both mnemonic walls. If they target Stonehorn, I can kill. Yeah. Then they just prohibit this, I think. And then they can just get back their entire graveyard, get a bunch of counters, and then Rolling Thunder me out. So, pretty brutal. I'll just let them do their thing here. Let me turn on this, like, getting some glare on the green screen, it looks like. I don't know if that's going to help. Doesn't really look like it. Might be the position of the green screen. I'm not sure. I was in daylight earlier, so maybe that's it. Still kind of light, but not as bright outside. I mean, Tron is hard, really tough to manage your clock, so I'm not gonna do anything to like hamper them, but I'm just gonna make them do stuff because the clock is really important. I just want more time to make my decisions compared to them later. So I'd rather just F6 and then go to my turn and then attack and F6. They have 7 cards in hand. They have a bunch of counters. I wasn't even really watching what they were doing, to be honest. Just gonna F6 and attack and then F6 their turn. And then they'll just Rolling Thunder me out. It's only a matter of time, though. I've seen people also just not even play with Rolling Thunder. They just plan on winning like this with Mole Drifter and just essentially locking you out with like Mnemonic Wall Flickers and a bunch of counter spells. Okay, here's the Rolling Thunder. All right, that's enough. Okay, Pyroblasts. I think I like 2 Hydro, Shenanigans, Bonders, and Relic. Do I bring an Echoing Truth as well? Maybe. I can at least bounce their Bonders. I'm not sure if I did it last time. I don't really remember. Cannonades coming out. Screds and bolts can mostly come out. Just have no 0 scred, 0 bolt. Can that be right? This is what I did last time. Or did I side out 2 ponder and leave in like 1 bolt or 1 scred or something? I don't hate that. Or I already sided out 1 ponder. Should I side out the other ponder and leave in like 1 scred or bolt? I don't hate that. All right, let's try it like this. Let's go game 2. I mean, they basically had us that entire game. That wasn't even that close, honestly. Yeah, gonna keep this hand. This hand looks great. Just get this relic down. I don't necessarily need to leave up counter on 2. Might even just get mountain here. Doesn't seem bad. Bonders. I think I just get mountain. I know I can't play counterspell yet, but I think it's okay. I just need to draw any land, basically. Get this down. I want a Shenanigans there, Bonders, not there. Pathetic Prisms. Land. Nice. Do I go for it? I think so. I think now is better than later. Nice. Okay, then I can Relic that Impulse away. I keep drawing the 1 of Relic. It'd be nice to have more copies of Relic in the sideboard. That might help this matchup. It is really good here. Now, if they just tap out for Bonders, it's so good for me. Nice. Just get to shenanigans that. Can get my shenanigans back later if I want. Just shenanigans that, and then relic them. And then pass with counterspell and inventory up. Looking good. I don't want to crack this relic until I have to. We've had some rough matchups here. Just Flickertron twice in one league. I could just counter this. I don't hate that. They could Pyroblast my counterspell. Just going to let it resolve. I'd rather just play a Frantic Inventory end of turn, honestly. But yeah, we've played Flickertron twice. The blue-black control is actually, I think, a rough matchup. Got kind of lucky to win that. So, yeah, Flickertron doesn't seem like the best matchup for us because, again, they don't really care about like a 2020 that much. No, I don't want to dredge. Draw another Teach by Example. Land? Cancel. What's a hotkey for cancel? Is there one? Or do I just have to click cancel? I think I just need to click it. I'm gonna go pieces of the puzzle here. Yep, that sucks. Okay, I have nothing up here. Just a Scred, but I guess I have Relic Activation up as well that I should leave up just in case. Muldrifter evoked. Okay. They have like Ephemerate here. If they go for it, I get to Scred and just crush them. No, they don't. Okay, they play land and pass. I could pop Relic here, but I think I like just waiting. If I draw land, I can start drawing with Bonders. Nice. Oh, I should just Relic them. And then, yeah, I can just start drawing with Bonders. They can like teachings in response to this or something. Get a breed. Kill my Bonders. Nothing I can really do about that. I need to try to activate. Yeah, they're going to do that. I could have not activated, but oh, they're getting crop rotate? Okay. Maybe they don't have a braid in their deck. They sided it out. That'd be good. No, it sucks I have to click cancel every time. So they have that. They have their teachings in the yard. I wonder if I want to dredge shenanigans, pop relic just to deal with this teachings. I think no. Flashback teachings is pretty annoying though. I could just pop relic just to deal with this. They can't flash it back right now. And then I can just try to counter their combos later. That's close. I think I'm actually going to do that. I don't want them to teachings for teachings or anything. I could have got the shenanigans, but I think this is actually fine. Okay, we have a multitude of counters up here. And then I can continue to keep drawing with Bonders. So I'm in a fine spot. It's a Ghostly Flicker, draw one. This is fine. It sucks knowing that we're not going to get any more relics moving forward, but Bonder's Ornament. Because I didn't dredge the shenanigans, I think I just am supposed to counter this and then fight. If they have a Pyroblast, Spell Stutter Sprite. Oh, I've played the Spell Stutter Sprite. It's pretty sick. I can Scred it when it's on the stack though. This is a stack battle right here. This is pretty sick actually. That's all I got. That's everything. They have another one. Prohibit. Jeez. Okay, so they end up with Spell Stutter and Bonders, which is pretty bad for me. thought I might have been able to get that, but yeah. They had bonders with triple counter backup. So pieces of the puzzle. That was good. Oh, I think I go teach by example into pieces. Definitely. They're gonna counter this? Or are they gonna draw, but then they realize that I had a Bonders ornament too? I feel like I want second Bonders in the side for these slow matchups. Double pieces by the puzzle with Hydroblast up. Okay, they have us each draw a card. Yeah, that's fine. Preordain. Double pieces of the puzzle. This deck is sweet. Just counterspell a bunch of lands. That'll happen. I think we're pretty likely to hit 2 spells most of the time. I think I just take Serpentine Curve counterspell. Then go Preordain. Could leave up Hydroblast here, but I think I like Preordain. I don't think I need Brainstorm. I don't even know if I need second Serpentine Curve. It's not bad. They only have 2 cards in hand. Let's just top it. I think it'll be nice to have. I'm probably just going Teach by Example into Curve next turn. Wow, they make us each draw? They must not really have much else going on. They know about Curve, right? Another Curve? 4, 5, 6 mana. All right. I mean, I can just play Curve with my counters up. I think that's actually better. Okay, we make a 12/12 with either Counterspell or Pyroblast plus Hydroblast up. Yeah, maybe I was supposed to just make 2 12/12s, but I'll just keep making them slowly with counters. Impulse. I could just counter this. They don't really have much going on. It's kind of weird, but I think I like it. They have us each draw. So weird. I need to draw another land here. That'd be nice. Mystical Teachings. That's annoying. Okay. They get another Spell Stutter Sprite? Jeez. That's fine. I mean, this isn't like the end of the world. Now they're just like impulse resolves. Sure, they have a teachings in the yard, which is bad. But now I have a 12/12 with a bunch of counters up. I can also go teach by example curve and then have a bunch of counters up, but then they threaten doing something pretty good after that. All right, let's attack for 12. See if they chump. That'll be interesting, actually. I feel like they're not going to. All right, I think I just go play Preordain. Let's go bottom, top. I actually want this. I wanted a land, actually. That's why I Preordained. Then let's just go curve. This could be wrong, but this gives me 2 lethal threats. So they have to start fogging or something. I still have 1 counter up this turn, and then multiple counters up next turn. Mnemonic Wall. They're going to get back Ghostly Flicker and cast it. If I counter this, they just get like free reign. I think I'm supposed to try to counter this. Flashback Teachings for like another counterspell, just for actual counterspell. I only had 1 spell stutter in the deck when I played it, but it seems like it should be good. I guess they can Flashback Teachings, get Pulsamarasa, get this back. Or they just have Pulsamarasa. Yeah, they just have it already. And then they cast it, but now they're almost, I guess they can flicker 1 time here. Okay. Now I only have 1 creature that's lethal. Exile my yard, sure. I could play this deck without Frantic Inventory and Behold the Multiverse, and then like I could have more of my own graveyard hate too, which I don't hate. Goblin Wizardry. Okay, that's interesting. Just the tag. Chump, chump. Okay. And they go Ghostly Flicker these two things. Okay, well I have to counter this for sure. So let's go Counterspell. Then eat both Spell Stutters. And then I just play another curve, I guess. They only have one card left right now. I have a Hydroblast for what that's worth. They can flashback Teachings, some Mole Drifter, okay. So they can flashback Teachings, get another Ghostly Flicker if they didn't side one out. Yep. I feel like they have to get Ghostly Flicker. Red Blast to kill. Oh, they just concede? Nice. 18-18, too much. And we're ahead by like 3 minutes. They only have 7 minutes left for the last game. Sweet. All right. Oh, I already cited out both, yeah, both Ponders for the Scred. I think that's worth it. Definitely at least having one Scred is worth. I probably should have dredged the Shenanigans when I did not dredge it. I could also just not have Echoing Truth in the deck. It doesn't actually seem that good. It just seems like a worse Shenanigans most of the time. I could do double Scred. Can break up their Flicker loops. Might be better than Ponder, might not be. This deck is sweet. We're hanging with these decks. All right. I'm gonna keep. So I probably just brainstorm on the end of their turn on my first turn because I can just shuffle away this Scred. I don't need this Scred till later, so I can just upkeep Ash Barrens for Mountain. I could also just do nothing here, but I think I like doing the brainstorm line. And then I can put back like one Ash Barrens and Scred. Do I want to draw Scred? I don't think so. I think I'm fine to just do this. And then get Mountain, and then play Mountain. I have to draw a card for my turn. Pieces of the puzzle. That was a good draw. I probably won't deploy that till like turn 4 when I have protection. They just Impulse here. I might just Pyroblast it. Yeah, they didn't. If they did cast Impulse, I would have Pyroblasted it though. I don't know if I took these first turns optimally, but I think it was decent. Okay, there's the classic Magic Online bug. You put a card back and then you draw it. I mean, that was probably just random chance, but whenever you scry a card to the bottom, you often draw that card again. They're just doing nothing here. I'm going to just end of turn inventory. Have Pyroblast up still. Nice, another Pyroblast. That's actually pretty good. Just going to play land and pass, and then Frantic Inventory again. I only have 1 red mana right now, which kind of sucks. Teachings. I could let this resolve, or I can just Pyroblast it. I think I like just Pyroblasting it. I just need to fight over stuff at some point, and I know I can counter this now, and this is blue. It's not like a crop rotation or something that I can't deal with right now. Not that they know that, but I think it's better just to get that out of there for now. Use one of my Pyroblasts since I'm choked on red. Maybe this is wrong to go for this too because I don't have Pyroblast up, but I get to still untap and go pieces of the puzzle. Pyroblast. Ugh. Brutal. Yeah, see, they're down to 6 minutes, and they've been playing fast as well. Moldrifter and Mnemonical. Snap counterspell this. Infinite Pyroblasts over here. They have 1 card left to our 3. We have nothing much left. Our best draws are obviously Frantic Inventory and probably Pieces of the Puzzle at this point. Opponent doesn't have anything going on. Bonder's Ornament is obviously a great draw for us. Cantrips. Wizardry is not bad. I'll just go for end of turn Wizardry on their turn. Prism. I'll just pause for a second like I could counter it, even though it eats my clock, and then I'll just let it resolve. I just don't want them to know that I don't have a counter. I want them to think that I do, because I don't really have much going on. I don't want them to go for stuff. Compulsive Research. I think I just counter this. They can still flashback a Teachings, but is what it is. And now I have, of course, the 2 Screds that don't really do anything in the matchup. Ponder would have been a lot better. Preordain. I guess I like top. Let's go top, and then Preordain, and then playing on end of turn Wizardry. Yeah, I think this is fine. Let's go top, pass, and then we get end of turn Wizardry, untap, Preordain, Serpentine Curve, maybe something else. They can flashback a Teachings at some point. That's fine. See how this Wizardry does. They have 5 minutes left. I have 7 minutes 40. Jeez, it's been a long league. Miscalc. Okay, that's annoying. I would have rather resolved this anyway, my curve. Let's go Preordain, Shenanigans. I feel like that's good enough to keep, because if they draw Bonders, it's going to be good. Bottom, top. I could also just Shenanigans this right now, because then they need another land to flashback Teachings, but I think I like just playing this. It's going to be pretty massive here. They have a counter? They have a Pyroblast? Okay. They have 1 card left. Ghostly Flicker. Just draw 1, gain 1. They have 0 cards in hand, so they're playing off the top, like us, but again, if they draw a Bonder's Ornament, I can kill that. I can always choose to kill the Prism. I guess they have a Teachings in the yard, which is pretty scary. They can Teachings for Teachings. 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Okay. Let's go. No. Oh, flashback Teachings here. Get Pyroblast. Oh, they can't. Oh, they can get Pyroblast and then untap in Pyroblast. Oh, they just got Teachings. Okay. Could have Shenanigans first. Do I just do this now? I think so. Not really sure. I guess I could have had a 14-14. I don't think it's really that relevant though. Not gonna dredge the Shenanigans. Now they Teachings for Pyroblast. Yeah, and then they kill this. Okay. They've dealt with 2 curves and a Wizardry. They have Teachings in the yard still, and they have 0 cards with under 4 minutes. Or they have 1 card. Just play land. Okay, their draws have not been very good. If this was a campus, that would be pretty good for them. Flashback Teachings right now. Get what? Get Spell Stutter or get Teachings? They love to Teachings for Teachings. I mean, technically it's good value. Land in the last two draw steps was brutal. Feel like I'm gonna lose this game with them having like 10 seconds on their clock or something. Because they can flashback teachings, but there's nothing that crazy they can get right now. They can get like a counterspell, they get impulse. This is the situation when if you have like a Behold the Multiverse in your deck, it's actually pretty good. Or the blue green draw two, put a land into play card. They impulse and then they slam a land. They haven't really done anything. Oh my god. Brutal. That was land. Just trying to basically keep the clock always on them. There's Bonders. Okay, I can dread shenanigans and try to kill that. That's what I'm going to do. They flashback teachings for a counterspell. Impulse. Okay, it's fine. 2.5 minutes for them. They might be able to just find a Rolling Thunder at some point and just kill me. Another impulse. I think I am going to kill the Bonders. Even though it takes my entire turn. Let's dredge it. We would have drawn a Serpentine curve. Classic. We draw land. And then the turn we dredge shenanigans, we have to mill a curve. No. Oh, ghostly flicker. Okay, that's still bad for me. Trying to F6 here. Opponent has played fast. I mean, just the time pressure from playing Tron is so real. I've been there before. I think they should be able to kill me, especially they've been playing fast. They're a solid player. They flashback teachings. They mnemonic wall, ghostly flicker. Okay. This takes a long time though. Oh, they just get impulse. They don't have enough time to do the ghostly flicker loop. That's funny. Oh, I can scred this. I can scred this if they try to flicker anything. I'll just untap though before I go for scred. They have a minute 30. So if they don't have Rolling Thunder now, Denrova Horror. Okay. They target this. All right, let's go scred the Denrova Horror now. That's a way they can definitely kill me in time. Spell Stutter Sprite. Okay, I have to just try to scred the Spell Stutter Sprite, I guess. It's better than just trying to scred the Denrova again. Oh, I can't right now. Damn. Okay. That sucks. So I lose one of my red sources. I discard this. Should have kept one land in hand. I wasn't expecting this. I didn't really think they'd have it, to be honest. They have 0 cards, though. Now I just scred this and dredge my shenanigans, kill their Bonders, scred this, kill this, and then they're just playing off the top. Oh, I don't have enough mana. Damn. I forgot that I lost one of my red sources. Wasn't paying attention. They can draw an extra card. Mole Drifter. That was a good top deck. It's good to be in these like late game scenarios where clock really matters because it helps you like manage it when you're in these situations when you're actually playing in like a tournament. So I'm happy to see this here. They put 2 counters. They're just going to try to get there. But they've used almost half the time they have left, so they're just probably going to jam F6 and be attacking. They didn't even draw with Bonders. Another Mole Drifter. Okay. Yeah, they might be able to just kill me by just jamming F6, but I'll just try to jam back, I guess. So dumb, honestly. But clock is part of the game, I think. I've always thought that. I mean, they really only need to take like 2 seconds per turn, just F6 attack. They're doing stuff? Oh, they're just activating that. Okay. I mean, I'm just gonna F6 here. They have 10 seconds. Is that enough time to just... do they have lethal? Yeah. Looks like I'm gonna lose again with did I predict 10 seconds on the clock? They got me. Oh. One more turn. GG's. That sucks. Super close. Just got outgrinded a little bit there. Thought I might be able to take them down, but 3 seconds on the clock. I mean, the opponent played pretty well for the most part. Them always going like teachings for teachings ended up being pretty good because it got them so much value. It always feels bad to lose like when your opponent only has like a second or two on the clock. You're like, if I just could have done one more thing. I mean, I think I lost that game when I drew, was it land or triple land? And then I milled the Serpentine curve on the shenanigans. That was brutal, honestly. But let's still try to 4-1 this league. This deck feels pretty cool. Oh, trophy leader. I mean, this player's always the trophy leader, and they're really nice. Would you like to play first? Yes, I would. They usually play some type of Fey deck. I'll keep this. Pretty clunky here, but let's go Fjord, pass. They play a turn 1 fairy. It's actually good for me. Sometimes they play blue-black Delver. Sometimes they play other decks. Yeah, they're on some brew. Okay, sweet. Just go Boiler Works. Hopefully they're not on land destruction. I can't pieces of the puzzle next turn, but I can inventory. Cycle Street Earth, are they on Reanimator? Or are they on Cycle Storm with Sulphur Smire or something? I bet you it's Reanimator. Ransack the Lab. I bet it's Black-Red Reanimator. I would bet money. Ransack the Lab, Dark Ritual. Okay, I don't know exactly what they're on. They're at 14, though. I could have just brainstormed. Oh, it's Goblin combo. Okay. Okay, I just have to let this resolve. This should be decent for me because I have a lot of removal for the combo, but I don't know exactly their build. I'd be interested in seeing it. Okay, let's go Frantic. Okay, we draw another land. That's good. We have Counterspell up here. Let's just go Fjord, pass. I don't care about the Matron right now, I don't think. I don't fully know the combo, but I think it's just the 2-mana 1/1 Goblin that makes a 1/1 Skirk Prospector and the First Day of Class, the new card. Their build seems really focused on the combo and finding it. Another Ransack the Lab. I mean, do I just counter this one? Probably not. I think I'm just going to let it resolve and then just try to deal with the stuff that matters more. I could just kill this now with like a Scred. But again, I don't think I care about it. Do I brainstorm here? I think so, even though it's not great. Okay, there's a Cannonade and another Scred. That's a lot of removal. So what spell do I want to reveal? Probably just like a Bolt or a Scred, because that's like the least suspicious card. So let's just go draw that card, land. And then I have to discard. All right, I'll just pass and then plan on playing some removal spells. I also have this Cannonade, which is nice. I'm not worried about like guaranteeing hits on pieces. We have like all instants and sorceries in our deck. Goblin. Okay, I'm supposed to counter this. I'm pretty positive because I have to spend 2 removal spells on it otherwise. This matchup might just be reasonable for me because they're trying to combo and I have a lot of interaction, counter spells, wraths, removal spells. I can take one. I don't think that matters. I think they're fully combo as well. So I draw a card up to 7, then I piece the puzzle down to 6 in hand. Am I supposed to just kill this at this point? Maybe I should have killed it earlier, but I don't want to have to discard anything. Sure. Just because I don't want to discard a card. And I know I'm drawing another removal spell. Just play pieces of the puzzle, not with teaching by example. And let's take Frantic Inventory Counterspell. That way I can just keep drawing cards. Okay, this is good. Keep drawing cards, getting closer to Serpentine curve here. I'm liking my position. It's kind of hard for them to just go for the combo. Dark Grit, maybe not. Probably not going to try to counter stuff if I can help it, because I can just play 2 removal spells. Putrid Goblin. I mean, I could just counter this and then they can go Unearth combo. I think I'm just going to let it resolve. First day of class now. Oh, Skirk Prospector. So they could just combo in response. Wait, is first day of class an instant or it's a sorcery? Let's see. Let me look this up. It is an instant. Okay. So they can go first day of class, learn, whatever. If I counter this, I feel like I'm going to lose. Maybe I'm supposed to, again, just let it resolve and then try to untap and do stuff and just not do anything until they go for something. Because they're going to have to spend more mana here. They only have 4 cards left. Again, I'm not going to play any spell end of turn. They're Unearthing Matron. They have 3 cards left after this. I can let this resolve and then counter whatever they get. I think this is fine, as weird as this is. I'm just going to let it resolve. Again, I just don't want to like do anything. I just want to sit here as long as possible and force them to try to go for something when they extend a little bit too far and then break up the combo. Another Skirk Prospector. Now they're just passing. Now I end of turn bolt Skirk Prospector here, I think. Or I can just untap and go Cannonade. I have 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. I can also just kill this right now. That seems a little risky. Let's just try to kill Skirk Prospector right now. This could be wrong. And then they go for first day of class. Okay, now I can go for another spread on Skirk Prospector. And then I think I should be fine from this point. They have 3 cards in hand. One of them is a Skirk Prospector, and I untap with double counter. Because I don't think they can do anything now. They learn. They get Introduction to Prophecy. Yeah, I think I played that well. That was interesting though. So I can just pass with double counterspell up. I like it. I don't need to do anything now. I can just take 3, then end of turn Frantic Inventory. I have Cannonade, I have double counter. This is just looking good. Transmute Shred Memory for first day of class? Sure. They're going to have to just keep going for it. They can attack for 3. I mean, I could just play Cannonade here, right? They can't do anything. I guess they could first day of class in response. Then I just counter that. Then they're just left with just a Putrid Goblin with a -1/-1 counter on it. And then this won't come back if it already has the counter. Maybe I'm just being too greedy. I just don't care about taking 3, actually. I think if they don't combo, they don't win, so. Let's go Frantic. Draw 2. Then eventually I can just draw more lands here. Still have Counterspell up. So we know they have a first day of class and an Introduction to Prophecy and a Skirk Prospector. This is an interesting game here. Another teach by example. Okay. Why don't I just go ponder? Because then I'll still have double counter up. Sure. So I already played a land. These actually aren't that great. They're not bad. I guess I'll just draw these because I can draw Bolt right now, then draw land, and then go pieces of the puzzle next turn. I'm just going to take 3. Maybe I'll go for an end of turn cannonade. Introduction to Prophecy resolves. Pretty cool to play against Biko on this deck, though. It's cool to see their list. Then they just go Knight's Whisper here. Wow, they're pretty grindy. I could counter this, but I think I don't care. Just gonna let it happen. Can also deal with their board here. They're just attacking. I think they just misclicked there. I could go teach by example into cannonade here, or I can just play 1 cannonade, or I can just bolt this. So I can double cannonade, leave them with nothing. Is that safe? I think it's safe. I mean, I guess I just do that end of turn. I'll just take 2. Again, I don't think that matters. I need to play safe here. Right, let's go teach by example into cannonade. I don't think there's going to be something that messes with me. Maybe this is just greedy to do. Yeah, I don't think there's anything they have here. So I copy it, I cannonade, and then I cannonade again after persist. Deal with their board. Now I get to untap in pieces. And then still have double counter up. I don't need the double teaches here, I don't think. I think I just take Serpentine Curve and Counterspell. I only really need to play 1 Counterspell to win, most likely. I don't know if they have removal. I think they're just full combo. I do want to draw 1 more land before I go for Serpentine Curve. They're going for stuff here? Oh, just Knight's Whisper? Could play 1 Counterspell here, but I think I just try to counter everything that matters. Yeah, they're just full combo. I have triple counter still. I have bolt. If I draw another land again, then I can go for Serpentine Curve with double counter up. They could have some number of removal spells, like a cast down to transmute for, or a couple cast downs, or a couple snuff outs. Looks like they're like mono black splashing red, or maybe not. The Dark Ritual is interesting, because does that really help cast the combo? I don't know. Alright. I'll probably just go for an end of turn wizardry, but I just leave up everything here. I could even go end of turn teach by example into wizardry. Knight's Whisper go to 8. I think I can just kill them with end of turn teach by example wizardry bolt you. Cast Street Wraith. See, I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So I can just let this resolve and then do the wizardry, get 4 tokens, bolt them down to 5, and then that should be lethal. Could just counter this. Might be safer. I think it's fine. I don't think they have removal, so I'm just gonna do teach by example here. Wizardry. Doubled. And then attack with everything. They'll block 1, and then I just bolt them. And then I have triple counter up. Oh, I should have played Serpentine Curve probably. I guess I shouldn't have. I guess this is fine because I just have all the counters up. Nice. I feel like this, again, should be decent because they're a creature combo deck and we have so much removal. I don't hate all of this. Just like infinite interaction here. I don't think I need Echoing Truth. Try to get this 4-1 against Biko. I don't know if I need... I know it took me a while to find Serpentine Curve there, but I think that's fine. I think I just need to focus on not losing to the combo, and then I should be in a pretty reasonable spot. Guess Swirling Sandstorm is good, right? I guess it's a Nombo with Relic, but that's fine. Is this worth it? They have probably multiple copies of Unearth. That's all it really does. 7 cards. I need to find something to side out. I could just side out Teach by Example. I think it's just a little bit too clunky for this matchup. I haven't sided that out yet, but that actually seems good to me. Pieces of the Puzzle is also a little bit slow along with Serpentine Curve. So I could do something like this. Because I'm not able to tap out for Pieces of the Puzzle that much. Where Frantic Inventory I can play at end of turn. 4 Cannonade is a lot, but it's a great spell just to fire off on the end step to clean up multiple creatures. Yeah, this looks good. Let's try it like this. Triple Hydroblast is a lot, but they do have a lot of red spells, so just a nice counter spell for like their Skirk Prospectors and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna keep this. This is what I signed up for. Just a ton of removal spells. They're on the mulligan here. And the fact that they just deal themselves a lot of damage with Street Wraith sometimes makes us able to win quickly once in a while. This is a fun matchup. Let's just go Fjord, pass. Turn 2, I'll probably just go Cycle Aspirants for Island, play Preordain. Maybe I'll have to play a removal spell or something. See what they do. So if their 2/2 Goblin with Persist has a -1/-1 counter on it already, I think they're kind of screwed as far as being able to go off. Yeah, I don't really care what they take here. They can take this. Maybe take a removal spell. They take Bolt. Okay. Okay. I kind of want to get Mountain with this, but then I can't. What I can do is I can just go, and this tells them what I drew, but I still think it's worth it. I'm just going to go play Island, cycle this now, get Mountain, play Preordain. I could have just played Preordain, leave up Bolt or something, but I think this is fine. They took Bolt, so they're scared of that. I think I'm still supposed to bottom it and top this. Maybe I just bottom. All right, Pieces is decent. One sec, send attacks real quick. So they just tap out, they get a Prospector, that's fine. I'll just pass the turn here. They only have 4 cards left. I'm close to being able to get this Wizardry going, which is nice. I can just take 1. I think I will end of turn Cannonade if they don't cast anything. It's kind of weird, but I just don't need 2 Cannonades really, I don't think, and I'd rather just get that out of there. Okay. Ponder is good. Even though I don't have Counterspell up, I'm going to go for this. I want to hit land drops. Nice. These are great. Now I have Counterspell and Scred up, and then next turn I can Wizardry if I choose. If they go Prospector, I could just let that resolve as well. I can just end of turn Cannonade or end of turn Scred it. Yeah, they're just not casting it. That's obviously good for me. Maybe I just Preordain now, looking for more lands before Wizardry. Maybe that's wrong, but I think I just want lands and counter spells. Okay, that worked out. Now I hit another land drop, and I can end of turn Wizardry if I choose. They probably can't go for anything here, and then I can just go for Wizardry. I could have also just not gone for Wizardry now, but I think that's good. Frantic Inventory, sure. I'll just attack for 2, pass. Could Frantic Inventory right now to hit for 4. Didn't want a Pieces here, because I want to leave up Counterspell and Scred. I think I'm just going to pass, just hit for 2. Feeling pretty safe here. Just go for an end of turn inventory. That's it probably, and then maybe I'll untap in pieces. Gotta yield to these. Other pieces. Okay, that's both of them. Serpentine curve. Okay, can't go for that yet. If I go for pieces, I don't have counterspell plus shred up, but I think I want to do this at some point. Maybe I should have tapped. No, I should tap like this. Hydroblast, counterspell, sign me up. Now I can Hydroblast like any red creature they play and still have shred up, which is nice. They do have 5 cards in hand. But now I probably just like can keep passing with removal up. Knight's Whisper. Just have to let that resolve, I think. They go to 12. Duress me. Yeah, it resolves. I figured they'd probably just bring in like four copies of their They say GG's. GG's. Got him. Nice. Got the 4-1 with blue-red Serpentine curve. That was sweet. Deck felt great, honestly. Teach by Example, I thought might be a complete flop. Like I said, I've never played a game with the deck, but it really performed. Just allowing me to double Serpentine curve was massive. And that's exactly what I wanted it to be able to do, or double pieces of the puzzle was also really sweet. So GG's. My channel is youtube.com/snapbolt. My name's Max. Thanks so much for watching this league. Had a lot of fun. I might have to run this back. This was awesome. Till next time. Peace.